right now by Cal State San Marcos women's basketball team coming off their second straight CCAA Tournament Championship. They defeated Chico State 61-59 today. I'm joined right now by 4 seniors and their head coach, Renee Jimenez. Right now, I'm going to go from, on this camera, left to right, Katie Fitzgerald, Jordan Vasquez, Mina, give me your last name.
Tamela.
Thank you, don't want to mess it up too much. And Natalie Nicolosi. Thank you very much. Coach, would you give us your thoughts on today's game, please?
Sure. First, it's a great day to be a Cougar, right, guys?
Right.
Yeah. I think that credit to Chico, like they've had a great year. They're going to do. I think they'll do really well in the regional. They have really good. They have great players. They're well coached. Brian and his staff do a really solid job. It's interesting. We're probably the most similar team defensively. We don't play zone. We don't press. We kind of just grind it out in the half court. We're a little old school that way, him and I. But a credit to them on the season that they had. I'll tell you this, our group, especially these 4 guys sitting in front of me, and I don't think people always get to see this part of our program and what's the most unique thing and what keeps us successful is you have to have great senior leadership. You have to have players seniors specifically, who withhold your culture, withhold your standards. And all 4 of these guys are that every single day. And this doesn't happen, the consecutive wins, the championships, the banners, the rings, it doesn't happen without culture, without standards, without leadership like this. Nat's been in our program for 5 years, Natty?
Yes.
Okay, so Nat has won 4. She'll leave with 4 rings. She's the only player to ever do that at Cal State San Marcos. And it just shows you, the grit and determination of kids like Nat and Fitz and Jordan and Mina, who understand that it's not just basketball, right? You can't just roll the ball out and hope that people make shots. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes in locker rooms. We don't hold hands and sing every day. We say this all the time. We argue, we fight, we battle back and forth about what we think should and shouldn't be. But you can't do that as players and coaches and a staff unless you have culture, standards, relationships, and people don't always get to see that stuff. And that's what's really unique about our program is regardless of the wins and losses, it comes down to, are we good people, right? Are we helpful on the road? Are we polite? Are we using our normal everyday, manners? We're really big, I think, on representation and how we portray ourselves to everybody else, because we really, at the end of the day, believe that the details that we take off the court help us win games in like that. That came down to a possession. It came down to a charge. It came down to a huge steal at the end, right? And so understanding those are the details that, those are the gritty things about our program. And I think if you look at someone like Nat, and you can ask her, but she's been here when it was not all fun and games, right? Before the championships and before that kind of stuff. And there's growing pains to that. So it's a credit to the culture, the standards, the groups that have come before these guys and taught them how to be day to day in the locker room, at practice, and things like that. And it starts with the leadership of these 4 guys. So credit to them. Obviously, a huge win for our team, but I'm really proud of this group for grinding it out.
I think the thing that stood out to me was the execution you guys had both yesterday and today. That was, to me, the end game execution is really the reason you guys are wearing. Nat's over there wearing that championship. The net right now. But I want to talk to you about that one. Actually, I want to start with Katie on this. Could you talk to me about the offensive execution you guys had at the end of today's game and what you guys did to put yourself in position to get that game-winning shot?
Yeah, well, it started with our defense to get us there. So credit to Mina and everyone else on the floor. And then again, we practice this stuff. We know we have trust in everyone on the floor to make a play, and we did that.
Nina, I was actually going to go to you next for the defensive execution. You guys stopped them twice in the final 20 seconds, both on sideline out-of-bounds plays. Really good. Let's be honest, they didn't get past the 3-point line on that one. Can you tell me just the motivation you have to really win the game on defense?
Yeah, I think me personally, defense has always been more of my bread and butter. So I think just we all go out and we know the game's on the line and defense wins championships, and that's what we have to focus on in order to get to the other side of the floor and do what we can do.
Nat, I want to ask you a little bit. This game comes out, you got the first quarter, it's 24-19. The final score ends up 61-59. I thought it was going to be a high-scoring game, didn't know where that one was going to be at. What adjustments were made kind of early on to bring this back to more of a half-court game than what it was in that first quarter?
I think just the details. Thinking about possession by possession and Like they said, starts on defense, and everyone brought the energy and just being positive. Like mistakes are going to happen, but just having each other's back really got us through the next couple of quarters there.
Jordan, you came into this program, 3 years ago. You've had a lot of success in this one. Obviously, you've been a very good player throughout the years, but this year you cap it off with a Player of the Year, a tournament MVP. Can you talk to me about just your growth in the program and now stepping in this leadership role and helping be the face of the program to help win another championship?
I mean, credit to my coaches and my teammates. Like, I think they push me every single day. I came here originally because I knew Coach was going to push me. She's an amazing coach, and they have such a great program. They've built the culture, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. And they don't let me slack off at all. Like, all the time. They're constantly pushing me every single day, and so it's just an honor to be here with these guys in this program. So that's really what has helped me throughout this year is they got my back, I got theirs. So that's why, for sure.
Thank you very much. Coach, you have the privilege of knowing your name will be called tomorrow on the selection show. What do you guys do and what opportunities are in front of you the rest of the season as regionals approach?
Yeah, I'm getting flashbacks of last year because I felt like last year we hit our stride right in the conference tournament and gave us some really good momentum. We talked about this, a week or two ago? Like, we want to be playing good basketball towards the end of the conference, right? Like, you want to be limiting your mistakes, playing really high-level defense, rebounding, the ball. I think we out-rebounded LA and Chico. It's because we know when it comes down to the regional, games are gonna be like this. So there's a few things we need to do: clean up our mistakes, be really locked in on defense and rebounding, and this is going to give us great momentum going into that regional. I like our chances. We got to that Sweet 16 game last year. We have a little bit of a bitter taste in our mouth, and so we're going in that thing to win it.
Well, thank you very much. We cannot wait to see where the Cougars will be playing next week. The selection show is 7:30 tomorrow night on NCAA.com. So best of luck the rest of your season.
Let's go.
Thank you.